It's time to belly up to the bar and find out what's on tap this week at Brews with Brian. Hey, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Brews with Brian, a craft beer review podcast here on the Loaded Sports Network. Each week, we review craft beer. Craft beer is made with patience and time, and the people that make this stuff really pour their heart and soul into it. And it's unlike the big box corporate beer that we all know of. I mean, we drink it; we have to. Craft beer is a little bit more expensive and stuff, but on this week's episode, we're going to talk about a special beer. We got Mexican Cake from Westbrook Brewing Company. Westbrook Brewing Company is out of Mount Pleasant, South Carolina. And Mexican Cake has an ABV of 10.5%. So this thing's a heavy hitter. This is what I would call a sipping beer. You don't want to be putting these things back like you would your traditional natty light at a party or something like that. Um, this beer is available pretty much year round, so you shouldn't have any trouble finding it. And I'm going to encourage you to seek it out and find it because this thing is pretty good. When I first picked up this beer, I wasn't sure what to expect. I mean, the label's cool, the name is pretty cool, but you don't know what to expect. But reading the description of this beer, I was excited to see uh, what it would taste like and the experience it was going to bring. The description of this beer off the bottle and the website says that it's a serious imperial stout aged on cocoa nibs, vanilla beans, cinnamon sticks, and fresh habanero peppers. That's right, guys, habanero peppers. This one, this one part of the beer that had me excited and also a little worried. I mean, it's habanero peppers. I mean, they're hot. I didn't know how well that would pair in a beer. But guys, let's get to the review of this beer. Check out this picture here of the beer poured in the glass, as you should. All craft beer, you can just experience everything about the beer when you pour it into a glass. The aromas are more fragrant. It even tastes a little better to me. But pouring this beer, um, it's a beautiful looking stout. Obviously, very dark, deep dark mocha forming head, and a rich inky black, almost like a walnut brown black color with an oily sheen. I mean, this thing's your typical stout, very dark, which is what you look for. I mean, if you're drinking a stout and it's not dark, it's probably not a stout. But it's got a delicious, inviting aroma. Hot peppers with a good hint of fruity like action. Green pepper skin, nice dark chocolate that's a mix of soft and dry cocoa flavors on the nose. Sweet hints of soft cake like vanilla as well. I really wasn't picking up on the cinnamon aroma too much, but everything here is so well put together. There's even a touch of light coffee bean sensations as well. And this is just a beer that you could really get lost in just from the aroma. Now, tasting this beer, it's got a really beautiful palate. First sip is a thick, ganache, bitter chocolate rush on the palate. Nice small heat, but much more sense of just a warming spice. Dark chocolate and cocoa coat all over. The finish is exceptionally memorable. Finishes with excellent pepper, heat, warmth, with the slowest, lingering, spicy build even after the swallow. And this thing will build up on you if you ain't careful. It doesn't taste that spicy in the beginning, but the more sips you take, it does build up, and that's from them habanero peppers. This has to be one of the most controlled chili infused beers I've ever had. Especially now that I've had some more that's got habaneros or jalapenos in them. The sense of warmth and slow burn is just it's just perfection, guys. nice and mellow and building to a very tolerable but noticeable spice. I mean, it's there. It's got habaneros in it. You're going to definitely feel it. Lots of char and roast angles as well. Um, but this beer is just amazing. It really surprised me how good it is, especially with the habanero peppers. It fits so well with this beer. Without them, it would not be as good. So, guys, you got to make sure you try it. I mean, that's plain and simple. It's my opinion, but you're watching the show for reviews. So, here it is. Definitely seek out this beer, Mexican Cake, Westbrook Brewing Company. You've got to try it. And, to me, it's a cold weather beer, 10.5% ABV. You definitely are going to feel a warming sensation from it. Uh, so, to me, I would drink it during colder weather, and it would seem to just fit better there. But, guys, let's check in with our buddy Bill. You can see him here in his nice picture. Bill's one of our good friends. Uh, we've seen him here every week. We'll see what Bill's got to say about this beer. Each and every week, see Bill pouring a beer into the Brews with Brian mug. And there it is, guys. Bill is satisfied with this beer. He enjoyed it as well, and you will too, guys. Don't be afraid of the habaneros. It actually fits, and it works really, really good. But, Bill, we'll see you next week, buddy. Next, we're going to check out the Brews with Brian Bar Trivia. We started this a couple of weeks ago, and it was a big hit, and seemed like everybody wanted us to continue it, so we will. The answer from last week is Mario. The question from last week was the franchise, the video game franchise that's been the best selling of all time, and that was Mario. Question for this week: what U.S. state drinks the most alcohol per person? Now, no matter what state you live in, if you're, especially watching this craft beer review podcast, you probably think it's your state. But, guys, we'll find out next week on that one. But, guys, that's going to do it for us here at Brews with Brian. We want to thank everybody for listening. The show continues to grow each and every week. Make sure you check out our YouTube channel where you're watching the show now. Like it, share it, tell your friends about it. They enjoy drinking craft beer. Maybe they'll enjoy me talking about it. You can check us out on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, YouTube, Spotify, anywhere you listen to your favorite podcast, and we hope we're one of it. And don't forget to check out the other podcasts on the Loaded Sports Network. We got Spring Loaded Football, Loaded High Score with Ike. Got stuff all the time, guys. But don't forget to drink responsibly. Don't do anything stupid. I mean, we're adults. It's pretty easy to be responsible. But, guys, that's going to do it for us here at Brews with Brian. And don't forget, knowledge is always on tap.